The world of the Forgotten Realms is one of high fantasy, populated by elves, dwarves, halflings, humans, and other folk. In the realms, knights dare the crypts of the fallen dwarf kings of Delzoun, seeking glory and treasure. Rogues prowl the dark alleyways of teeming cities such as Neverwinter and Baldur's Gate. Clerics in the service of gods wield mace and spell, questing against the terrifying powers that threaten the land. Wizards plunder the ruins of the fallen Netherese Empire, delving into secrets too dark for the light of day. Bards sing of kings, queens, heroes, and tyrants who died long ago.
On the roads and rivers of the realms travel minstrels and peddlers, merchants and guards, soldiers and sailors. Steel-hearted adventurers from backcountry farmsteads and sleepy villages follow tales of strange, glorious, faraway places. Good maps and clear trails can take even an inexperienced youth with dreams of glory far across the world, but these paths are never safe. Fell magic and deadly monsters are the perils one faces when traveling in the realms. Even farms and freeholds within a day's walk of a city can fall prey to monsters, and no place is safe from the sudden wrath of a dragon.
Our story takes place in a region of the Forgotten Realms called the Sword Coast. This is a place of adventure where daring souls delve into ancient strongholds and explore the ruins of long-lost kingdoms. Amid a lawless wilderness of jaded, snow-capped peaks, alpine forests, bitter winds, and roaming monsters, the coast holds such great bastions of civilizations such as the city of Neverwinter in the shadow of the fuming volcano known as Mount Hotenau.
Driven from lands farther north by more powerful dragons, a young white dragon named Cryovane has descended upon the Sword Mountains, claiming the snow-capped range as its domain. Typical of its kind, Cryovane is dim-witted and cruel. The dragon patrols the skies around Icespire Peak, surveying its territory while hunting for food and easy treasure. With each passing day, the dragon's domain grows as it ranges farther across the land, preying on anything it can catch with its claws or freeze to death with its icy breath. Sightings of the dragon are becoming more common, as are its attacks.
A crumbling fortress on the northeast spur of Icespire Peak serves as the dragon's lair. Cryovane seized the icy fortress from a tribe of savage orcs, killing the orc war chief and forcing the tribe's survivors to flee into the foothills and forests. Enraged by the death of their war chief, the orcs have called upon ancient allies, evil, shape-shifting half-orc spellcasters who bless and advise them. These half-orcs worship Talos, an evil god of storms, and many dwell in the dark depths of Neverwinter Wood. In stormy weather, they gather on remote hilltops to summon Gorthok, the Thunderboar, a primal entity that serves Talos. Like the god it serves, Gorthok delights in destruction.
The orcs aren't the only creatures thrown into upheaval by Cryovane's sudden arrival. A manticore driven from its mountaintop nest by the roaming white dragon has migrated to the foothills and begun terrorizing folk living in the outskirts of the mining town of Phandalin. Other monsters in the region have been similarly displaced.
Aurelia Nightbrook grew up happily with her gnome parents in poverty. Her and her best friend, Lenny, a ferret, loved roaming around the wilds behind their home. When Aurelia was 17, an archer, Valencia Portico, came to town fresh off an adventure. In all of the stories she told, Aurelia convinced Valencia to take her on as a hireling. For 2 years, she soaked up everything she could of Valencia's legendary longbow skills. One night, she had a dream, one she can't quite remember, and awoke with a touch of fey magic and a desire for an adventure of her own.
Professor Herbert Hughes is a wizened old satyr that has spent many long years studying magical tomes at the university in Waterdeep. He has longed for the adventures read about in his books, but duty to his family and to his order have kept him in the city. Retired and reassured that his kin are well provided for, he can finally seek the glory he has long craved. He is confident that his training and studies have prepared him for real-world application, and he is excited to show his prowess to the world. And just maybe, someday, he will be the hero the bards remember and praise.
There are three things the wise fear: the sea at storm, a night with no moon, and the anger of Mael Stromstrail. Mael is a fun-loving adventurer of the seas, always telling grand stories about fishing trips and the storms he loves to dance in. The turtles of the ship would protect each other and would often volunteer their shells to continue doing so after death. The ship sank after being raided by ruthless pirates. He can only remember their flag, an iceberg on the top of a leaf, and the storm that saved him.
Who am I? Who am I, you ask? You see, that's the wrong question entirely. If you ask me to elaborate the concept of, well, me is very fluid. Which me would you like to know? The me who was the advisor to both sides of a war in the Border Kingdoms? Or would it be the me that faked his death after conning his way to being the headmaster of Sholung School of Wizardry? Or perhaps you want to know the me who stole and subsequently broke the heart of the Princess of Palara? Don't give me that look, it's water under the bridge. She'll get over it. Either way, the list can go on. You see, the question you should be asking is, which me am I to you? Ignoring the grammatical inconsistency of that sentence, that is indeed the question. Because to you, at least for this time being, this tiefling has a contract to uphold for all the riches in the world. Sure, that contract is with a fiend from the abyss, but you do what you need to get by in this world, and with a bit of wit, a lot of magic, and a hell of a lot of charm, I'd say I get by just fine. And if you want to know which me you're talking to right now, you can call me Matthias. Good.
Nestled in the rocky foothills of the snow-capped Sword Mountains is the mining town of Phandalin, which consists of 40 or 50 simple log buildings. Crumbling stone ruins surround the newer houses and shops, showing how this must have been a much larger town in centuries past. Phandalin's residents are quiet, hard-working folk who came from distant cities to eke out a life amidst the harsh wilderness. There are farmers, stonecutters, blacksmiths, traders, prospectors, and children. The town has no walls and no garrison, but most of the adults keep weapons within easy reach in case the need of arms should arise. Visitors are welcome here, particularly if they have coin to spend or news to share. The Stonehill Inn is at the center of the town, offers modest lodging and meals. A couple of doors down from the inn, posted outside the townmaster's hall, is a job board for adventurers.
On the last episode of The Dragon of Icespire Peak, after close calls in the night of watching over Torben Wester, Phandalin Mayor Harbin Wester's brother, the group found themselves face to face with two Ankegs. With Aurelia appearing with noxious fumes surrounding her, she caused Matthias and one of the Ankegs to grow extremely nauseous. In her anger at not receiving the tea that she was promised by her otherworldly patron, she found that the large bugs in front of her were suitable conduits for her wrath and arrows, leading to her firing at one of the creatures and beginning combat, but not before insulting the professor unwittingly. With Mael taking the brunt of the damage in battle from spewing acid coming from the Ankeg's stomachs, the party found themselves victorious, securing the Logos camp for reopening. Having a quick chat with Aurelia about her impromptu trip to the Feywild. With Torben secure, Matthias, with Mael's help, attempted to extort money from the sole survivor in exchange for saving his life and securing the camp, even requesting a stake in the camp's future, to no avail. Eventually, the group decided to move on to the Falcon Lodge to the east, in order to secure safe and more comfortable lodging before heading to the Butterskull Ranch southeast of the forest. Presenting the fine wine that they'd received from Barthen's provisions, they were granted a place to stay and a dinner audience with the famed falcon, who had no reservation about taunting how great of a hunter he was, and discouraging the party from attempting to solve the recurring problem of the raiding orcs in the area, given their current stature, much to the chagrin of the party. After meeting the falcon's personal chef Quizno, they retired for the evening. The following morning, as the group began to awaken and begin the day, Aurelia seemed to begin to talk to herself and disappeared mysteriously, and as quickly as she had appeared, she left, leaving the group in bewilderment. And it is there that we begin our adventure today.
Hello! Hi, everyone! We are back.
Hello!
It is
Hi,
episode
everyone!
7
We are
of
back.
Dragon of Icespire Peak, featuring this wacky crew, who we're gonna say hi to in a minute here. I'm glad you guys liked our previously on. Last week we got so excited about Winston's voice that we were like, why are we not doing this all the time? So that's totally gonna be a thing, and I think Winston just brought up like asking the chat what voices he should do in the future for previously on. And it's pretty great. We described his voice as buttery, like you could put it on toast. So that's
Great
that's
analogy.
epic flattery for Winston there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Sarah. I'm the CEO of Rem Alternus. Thanks for joining us once again. I'm pretty excited. We're also make sure that you stay tuned in because in 3 episodes we are going to do a fundraiser episode. So some wackiness should ensue. For those of you who remember us doing our fundraiser episode in campaign 1, we rolled a lot of wild magic and it was out of control and wonderful.
I already created the monster y'all facing. It's great.
Heck, yeah, right? So also don't forget to tune in with us on Tuesdays for Shadowrun. What else are we on? We are on Fridays for Legend of the Five Rings. And starting in 2 days, this Monday, we are premiering Dresden Files. So that's going to be Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, right? Did I get that right? 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. So join us, and we'll say a lot of stars and stones for our friend Dresden, or his fellow mages in Greater New York. Awesome. All right, Shay, do your awkward thing. That was wonderful.
I come here Saturday morning for just that. That's what I'm here for.
That was wonderful.
Free tarot readings.
He thought of that. He told us at 9:35 today. He's like, I got this.
I used my looper, made a couple of riffs, made that while we was talking.
I'm so proud of you.
Oh, tears.
Crying.
I am too low. But that's me, y'all. Hi.
That's awesome. Winston, how about you?
I don't know how to what. I'm just here, I guess. I'm Winston. I am Matthias. I do art. I have a voice. That's who I am.
Awesome. And Chris.
Hey, I'm Chris. I do a bunch of streams here on Rebel Alternatives. Yeah, come check us out. And, listen to the 5 Rings and Shadowrun. I'm gonna try to keep my composure as I finish this intro. But I'm playing Male. I'm a turtle. I like friendship and fish and like protecting my friends and stuff. And I'm trying to get Professor some pants because I'm trying to look out for my friends. So,
The professor is very offended by this.
Just gotta go to Taylor's Tales. That's all you gotta go to.
Also, Sereno, so thanks for the follow. They have given Shay inspiration.
Yay!
You guys gotta
Thank you.
stop doing that. Like he has
Gotta not stop doing that.
50 nat 20s to use against us right now.
Well, it's inspiration. So
Inspiration. So to keep track, I got 1 bless, 2 nat 20s, and an inspiration. I love it. This is gonna be great.
I hate it.
Oh, you love it too. It brings character out of your characters.
By the way, this series is ruining me for other D&D games because I was playing. So we have preludes that are going to be coming to Patreon for a new show that's going to start in November called Like Clockwork, and it is actually a brand new created world created by Danny Oliver, who you guys have seen on our channel a lot, and it's going to be in a graphic novel series for the setting. But we're going to have a D&D campaign of it as well so that you can get to know the world and everything. And we were recording a prelude on Thursday night, and I kept rolling like 3s, and I was like kept like looking at my notes like, do I have inspiration? Can I where's my chat? I dropped a pen, so thank you guys for waiting awkwardly while I picked it up. So, let's before we jump into the episode, Winston, I believe you have some cool nerdy shit.
Indeed, I do. So I recently finally got my order of Strongholds and Followers, which is a D&D 5e supplement for that gives your character something to spend their money on and extend their influence in the local area. This is a book from NCDM Productions. Matt Colville, who he does running the game YouTube videos, very great and very good for starting GMs or GMs who want to take their games to the next level. Strongholds and Followers is a great book for if your characters are wanting to play a bigger role in the world around them in your D&D campaign. It's also for players who if they want to give some ideas to their GM of some things that they can do. You can build bases, raise armies, research spells, spy on your enemies. It's a lot of really cool stuff that you can add to your campaign that is kind of on a larger scale than just the day-to-day exploration, combat, storytelling type of stuff. Also add some new monsters, new items and such. There are gemstone dragons that are statted in this edition with psionic abilities. It's all really cool stuff. So yeah, if you are interested, head on over to MCDM Productions and pick up your copy of Strongholds and Followers and add some wartime adventure to your D&D campaign.
I am all about giving dragons more power.
Yes.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, the gemstone dragons, they also have like really sick designs in the book too. Like the art is done by I forget her last name, but it's Anna, who is on Matt Colville's actual like D&D like stream. He actually runs the game using a lot of these rules in the most recent campaign. So the art is really sick in this book. A lot of like really cool illustrations of the dragons. It's definitely worth the purchase.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you. All right, and with that, you guys already heard the last week on D&D. So Shay, take us back into our world.
I will. But before we get there, we forgot to mention you can impact this world by giving coins or giving different bits. They will put the bits numbers in the chat, but you can give that inspiration. You can give that bless. you can give that a successful hit, that nat 20, and for one time per stream, you can give that instant kill / resurrection. As long as it's not the big bad, because that's gonna wait till later. We need the epicness. So, yes. Whoop, whoop. Now, with that said,
Awesome.
let's get back to the game. So,
So
You.
is this
Yeah,
so
go ahead.
is Aurelia disappearing just going to be a regular thing from here on out? I say this to Mail, who was kind of like there when Aurelia disappeared.
I hope not. Like, she's very effective.
Indeed, she is, and that puts us in a rough spot when we are going to single-handedly solve the orc problem that is in this woods.
I agree.
I do hope she is safe. Knowing now that the Fae are involved, they can be rather tricksy. So I hope she's safe.
Me too.
No, she seems rather capable. I'm sure she can hold her own.
Oh, dude, she's
I
soft.
wouldn't want to be the one to withhold her tea from her. She seemed very, very adamant about her tea.
Very calming. Like, I could see how it could upset her that she didn't get it.
All right. Well, I think we were just retiring, right, from the dinner or whatever. So
it was
Well,
in the morning.
it was the morning. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it was in the morning. We were kind of. Mateus was meditating. Mail was waking up, I believe. Aurelia
Mhm.
was kind of doing her morning exercises, and then she started talking and she disappeared, I believe.
Yep,
What's
that's
for
exactly what happened.
breakfast?
I mean, there's a stream nearby. Here, right here, we can find something.
Well, we're staying at the lodge, correct?
I mean, you're right. What's
Yeah,
our
yeah, I'm certain that Falcon McFalcon Pants is going to regale us in the tales of some beast that he single-handedly wrestled to the ground and wrestled up for the breakfast this morning.
Well, as you're talking, you actually see the person who let you in, Corwin, comes up. And Corwin's like, "Oh yes, breakfast. Do y'all want something? Quizno got some whipped up in the back. We can give you a little stuff before you go off."
Quizno.
That is his name.
What? Why? Yes. I'm quite famished this morning.
So yeah, so y'all go back into the Falcon Lodge. You see this beautiful lodge with a whole bunch of trophies and heads of different types of animals all around the floor, all around the walls, and you already see Mr. Falcon smashing look like another steak, but some eggs with it. And he looks at y'all like, "Hello, how y'all doing? Welcome, come eat before you go on your adventures."
Ooh, what kind of steak are you eating?
I think Quizno said this is boar. I think it's a boar steak. I don't know how you make steak out of boar, but Quizno can make anything.
I need two.
And so you say that, and it's like, "Quizno," and you see this little goblin with the good apron and the chef hat come out like, "Yeah, boss, yeah. Well, we need give me two. How we make two more steaks? Satyr, what would you like?" Give Satyr just some greens. I think that's what Satyr wants. And my young elfin friend, what would you like?
I will have. I'll have one of the boar steaks as well.
Make it 3 boar steaks and some greens. Make sure they're collard greens though, because you want to have the good stuff.
4 steaks and extra greens.
4 steaks, extra greens, some sweet potato pie, and make some eggs because it's breakfast still. And he's like, "Okay, boss." And it takes a little bit. And while he's cooking, you see a Falcon looking at y'all. It's like, "So, what y'all love the people about to do next?"
Well, our our path will take us further to the east. However, I did have another question for you.
Yes.
Do you know anything about followers of Talos here in these woods?
I mean, they're a god of the sea and storms. That's about it, though. That's proper knowledge.
So you know nothing about followers um, nearby in these parts.
I don't know about. I mean, I can imagine there's followers in these parts, but I don't know that there's like a specific people. Maybe actually thinking about it, that evil mage orc. Maybe, but he could be a magic. He could do a magic from all different types of stuff. So I don't know if it's this specifically Talos.
Who is this magic orc?
You know, I don't really get the names of things I'm about to kill. It makes things personal.
Did you kill it?
Things I'm about to kill.
Oh, so you're going on an adventure to kill an orc wizard.
When the time comes, you got to pick the perfect time.
And when would that perfect time be?
Oh, you'll know it because you'll hear about it in all the newspapers, and all the sayers of tales will tell this tale of the tale I tell.
Right, certainly. Do you know where this orc wizard is taking up residence?
Yeah, it's about, on the map when I marked that little X there and didn't just put a little circle to it as he flips to your map that you're already seeing. Yeah, the thing that you see half orcs, that place.
Got you.
At least
Yes.
around either that place or he might be in the Woodland Manse.
Ah, great.
So Mayo says through a mouthful of steak as he's as you guys are talking. It's like, so this is a different orc base that we just killed.
It's more like there's an orc base, and then there's where the magic stuff is happening, which you both shouldn't go to yet, as I previously stated yesterday.
Yes, right. We were very keen on that idea of not going to them.
Professor Hughes does one of those eye rolls that the entire head is involved in, where it's like,
Yes. Yes, we appreciate your patronage, Master Falcon.
It's no problem whatsoever. And as he's saying that, Quizno come back and give y'all steak. It smells good. Got you some of this deep blackish type of sauce that you see Falcon put on his stuff. And he's like, "Oh, that's A1. It's really good. It's really good. It's I don't know what it's called, but I just think it's A1, that good stuff."
I see.
Chords?
I'm sorry, but that's blasphemy. A good steak needs no other flavor coverage. And I trust in Quizno's abilities.
Right there,
But
I would
Professor
agree.
Ram.
What was that?
Right there, Professor Ram.
Taste is a matter of class. So
But I made a sauce for y'all to enjoy.
And you see Quizno got a little bit tearing. There's a little
But
bit.
the steak
It's
itself
delicious.
is so beautifully cooked, Quizno. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
It doesn't need the sauce, but with it is. What did you say? A1, as you said.
A1, yes.
Can we call it B2?
No, that don't make sense. B2.
I see. Matthias is just gonna start eating. Matthias has kind of had enough of the Falcon.
That's fair. And so, unless anybody else had anything to say, y'all have a pleasant meal and um,
Can I
y'all
get
go.
another one of these to go, Quizno?
Of course.
And Quizno go back and he gives you another one. It takes about a good little 20 minutes. And this one, before he does it, he's saying,
I forgot to ask you, how you want that cooked? You want it like bloody, or do you want it like a little pink? Like, do you want it? How you want your steak?
Wipe its ass, knock the horns off, and bring it on.
so
That's
Quizno
the
does
proper
that.
answer.
And Quizno go back and he gives you like the bloodiest of steaks. He's like,
There you go. I put a little heat to it so I get that little sear, but it's pretty good.
Thank you, Quizno.
You're welcome.
and so y'all get it to go, and y'all are Corwin, make sure he gives you your ox and your cart back. Oh no, you left the cart there. So you gotta give your ox, and it's like, all right, y'all take care now.
So,
Thank you
so
very much.
next we were on our way to Butterskull Ranch, which Matthew was one of the jobs we were going to be commissioned for, which means it's paid. However, if we do want to check out this Woodland Manse, it's on the way to Butterskull.
Indeed, it is.
So, so what do you think, Matthew?
There is a good possibility of riches to be made, and I don't suppose that there's any harm in at least scouting out this Woodland Manse.
That's what I like to hear. Excellent enthusiasm, spoken like a true adventurer.
Adventure.
I don't know that it's adventure as much as it's profiteering, but we can call it what it is.
I love Matthias's self-awareness.
So y'all head to the Woodland Manse. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna be extremely cautious, especially after we've heard about these orcs. We seem to be fairly close to them. We're very much in their vicinity, so I'm very cautious as we kind of move through. My head is on a swivel as we travel.
Okay.
And Pigeon is scouting out as well because he's got good perception.
And I'm walking proudly ahead and scavenging or just kind of looking for trails and whatnot to make our passage easier.
And so, as y'all walk, I will read this and get y'all to the map.
You're very quiet. I can barely.
Oh, my bad. Thank you. Thank you. As y'all talk and want to go to this place, I'll pop up the map for you. Boop. And it's probably black, isn't it?
It is.
All right, now y'all can see these things. And so, following the trail.
This is the manse?
This is the manse.
Cool. I think I want to own it.
While following a trail through the woods, you come to a foggy clearing, in the midst of which stands a crumbling 2-story manse, all but hidden beneath thorny ivy. The large house is set atop a 6-foot-high stone fountain, and the main entrance has a balcony above it. Pumpkins grow wild in patches around the manse, with several wild boars feeding among them. The boar snorts with contempt as you near.
How close are we? How close are we as we approach? And we're approaching from the west, correct?
Yes. So I can put your stuff in. Give me a second.
I'm gonna call this fucking woods. Neverwinter Wood is now gonna be Boar Forest.
We have more Murder Bacon Manse. I'm down with that.
How many boars are chilling around here?
Um, I immediately count 9.
Yeah, y'all can only see like 6, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a gamer.
Yes, I can. I actually only see 3 of them. But yeah.
Oh, 3, yes. Yes. So yeah. So that's what you see. And like I said, that board right here is like looking at y'all and sniffing like,
Um, I would imagine that if we're approaching in Matthias's mind, if we're approaching this mansion, we've heard that there are orcs about. We probably wouldn't. I wouldn't want to
got so
approach
far.
from the main road. Yeah.
Where you want to approach? We'll retcon it and go right there. Where you wanted to approach?
I mean, I would like to kind of like check for like traps amongst the forest and kind of like approach that way. I confer to the party that we probably don't want to like be on the main road, kind of coming toward this manse.
Okay, so we can say you
But
did.
the main road is easy. It's all flat and stuff.
Yeah, and it's also easy to be ambushed.
I stand behind Matthias.
Both physically and metaphorically.
Uh-huh. And I'm gonna go ahead because hearing about this place, I want to be prepared. I'm a smart adventurer, so I am going to cast Mage Armor.
And you cast Mage Armor, so yeah, I will say y'all could definitely be in those woods and make a stealth check to see if you make noise as you try to sneak your way to see a peek.
So we all make a stealth check?
Mm-hmm. Unless one of y'all wanted to be like in front while everybody else is in back.
So I'm gonna do 2 things. I'm gonna cast disguise self on myself, and I'm gonna disguise myself as the female half orc that we found earlier.
Cool.
Or that we killed earlier. Sorry.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make an 8 stealth roll.
Okay. So, with those stealth, let's say Professor and Male, they're for being like what they are and having, especially Male having his I believe you have armor on, correct?
Oh, I just have my shell.
He is
You
the
are armor. Yes, you are. And so both of y'all are going down, but y'all are pretty quiet. Mel, you trip on a rock. You don't fall completely. You don't fall at all, but you definitely make noise. And I would say definitely I will make a perception check for this one to see, but I'm pretty sure.
The sound of my hooves blend in with the boar hooves.
Yes, we can say that. Yeah, it definitely does the same thing. It does what it said before. It looks at that direction and do like a
Not rhythm, Professor Fuzzy Butt.
Where did this Professor Fuzzy Butt come from?
You have a fuzzy butt.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's I think the thing is that your fuzzy butt is clearly visible because you're not wearing pants.
Fair.
You guys are thinking way too hard about my fuzzy butt. All right.
Y'all see that? What do y'all want to do?
I mean, I'm going to distance myself a little bit from the others, so as not to like draw attention to them.
Oh, Vort, thank you so much. Male, you have a gold gift, so you have a nat 20.
Awesome.
And then we got followed by Ready Player Scion. I think we had something else too, if I missed it. We had somebody else did a copper gift. I don't know who did it. It don't
yeah, there was a copper gift from our new follower.
Sereno.
Sereno. Sweet.
But Sereno hasn't decided who that goes to yet.
Sereno said for the players, this gotta pick a player. It was under the thing. Yep. So
He
cool.
just has to pick one.
Yeah, sweet.
All
All
right.
right. So yeah, this is y'all see a nice, like if you're going around, you just see a nice pumpkin patch basically all around the little place in the front. The manse, as they say.
Yes, this
Do you
place
think
is.
Is it possible to create some sort of distraction for the boars?
I think a distraction can definitely be
What kind of
made. What
distraction
you
you
want?
think?
Yeah. What kind of distraction are you making? Yeah.
Um,
We
at
could
some sorry,
we
what was that, Professor?
we could prestidigitate a sound over there that would draw them away.
That was actually what I was thinking.
Great minds, Matthew.
So
Yes.
yes,
Quite.
you do that, and so what? So you making the sound? What area you making the sound at? Like ping it.
Um, I feel like so this seems like the entrance. So if we create a sound here, that it might like get them away from that area. Because
So you want to ping it here then?
yeah, probably here, so that it's kind of like audible to, especially both of these two board.
Mm-hmm.
Or shall we draw them away into the forest?
Well, my thought is that if we create a sound here, it will draw them away from. But it'll like, you're saying draw them into the forest.
Perhaps, yes, because then they are far away from us and it would.
Right. So my thought is that if we create a sound here, like, because I don't think that the boars are going to investigate some scary sound of some sort. I think instinctually they're going to go away from some noise, and they're going to be pushed to the forest.
All right, very well. I trust you, Matthew. You have been a wise friend and traveling companion and adventurer thus far.
Well, thank you.
So yeah. So who is the person going to cast the presentation to make that sound? Or yeah, who's going to cast the actual sound?
I can make a trimmer in that same area.
Will it be as powerful?
Minor tremors versus sounds. I'm not sure. I just trying to be helpful.
No, I get it.
There might be the thing about the tremors. Someone inside might feel it. Yes.
Maybe so I'm thinking with prestidigitation you can create maybe like some sort of foul odor.
Okay. You can do that too.
Yeah, create like a foul odor that like pushes them away.
But what if the board just wants to roll in it?
Well, then yeah.
What if it's like I mean, I don't think
Okay, it's a cantrip. Let's just do all the prestidigitation if we have to.
we'll see.
Cool. So who does it?
I don't have prestidigitation, so that would have to be male, I believe.
Me.
Sweet.
The professor. I make the ground shake. And have
Cool. So
loud
you can
voice.
do. Cool. So you can do this with advantage. Make a. Let's see. Because you'll do it. It happens. You make the ground shake right around there. You make the You do an odor, I believe it was.
Yeah,
And
makes a stinky.
it definitely it notices, this board definitely knows it and looks around just suspiciously.
I want it to smell like cougar piss.
Specifically cougar piss. Huh. Make
That's
a
a warning.
It's a
hmm,
nice fizz.
would they know about cougar piss? Are they smart enough to know
A
they should
predator's
a
scent.
predator around? Yes, let's go to the stats. Uh,
Yeah, that's like an instinctual thing,
right,
right?
it's instinctual. So you figure, sure, make a make an intimidation check, like with advantage. 'Cause you did everything just to
Me?
see. Yes, because either you or male. It's either or.
And what
Because
test this is?
it's like intimidation, like you're trying to scare it away. And you can make
What,
it with if both y'all can make one, or one person can make it with advantage.
uh, what's
I
your
only have a
intimidation?
+1 to my intimidation.
Likewise.
All right, then doesn't matter to me. How about you roll?
Yeah,
I
I'll roll it because I'm physically more intimidating, I guess.
also
What?
you excuse me.
Just
Um
I tower over you, Mister.
you also got that nat 20. I'm just saying.
This is true. I do.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah,
you just rolled an 18 though with an advantage. So
Right. So
Ooh.
yeah. So these two boar, what do they do? They yeah, this boar runs away. Boom. That boar runs away. Boom.
you're lucky I already had boar steak. I say as it already as it runs away.
Do you say out loud? How loud do you
Yes.
say that?
Um,
Yeah.
oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't scream it, but
You
I
don't
do say
scream
it
it.
with my chest.
You do say you say it with your chest. Let's see. Let me make a roll right quick. Give me a second.
It's gonna be no for me, Doug.
Okay. Cool. You seem like nothing happens. It seems like maybe you were loud enough, maybe because how the sound works, and but it didn't nothing. It seemed like it's costing you. You have an open doorway. What would y'all like to do?
Um, could we? Could I? Yeah, could I minor illusion? Just a person. I'm like right here.
So how
Sure.
thick?
Yeah. Well,
If
no.
I may,
Yeah. Go ahead.
how thick is this? You said that it was kind of foggy, right?
It was a little foggy when you was coming up to it.
How thick is this fog? I mean,
Not thick that y'all can hide from it. It's like more. It was definitely more. Let me phrase it. It was more in the tree line when y'all walking up to it. In this area, that's the manse. There's not fog. It
well,
was a trail through the roots. Yeah.
I can make it really foggy, like right here, guys. If we wanna
Yes, that way we
do
could
the
sneak
mist.
up. That's brilliant. Well done, Male.
All right. So you cast the fog.
Yeah, I can cast fog cloud, and it's like a 20-foot radius, so it's what. And we're trying to get into this door, so I can like cast it here, and then we could like
Cool.
cast.
Wait, let me just. I'm curious about something because you said there's a balcony, right?
Mhm.
There's a balcony, over the. Is it over the entrance?
Let's see the
I'm
balcony. And the main entrance has a balcony above it. It's over the main entrance.
okay. What if we? Do you think that we could like? Do we think that we could like sneak into the up into the balcony? Because I feel like going into just the main entrance would be ill advised. But if we could sneak up to that balcony, we might be able to. I don't know. We might be able to sneak better than we would kind of like going into like a main entrance. What do you guys think?
I believe in you, Matthew. So I will follow your lead.
All right. So it seems like y'all are going to try to sneak onto the balcony of this place. Does any let's see where you cast fog cloud? That's the first thing. Where is that?
Oh,
Where is that? That's gonna play key in this whole thing.
I would like to cast it. How do I make it ping? Do I have to hit shift or something?
Just hold down to the click and hold right there.
So it goes. It's a 20-foot radius, right? So from this point, we should be able to cover ourselves like around this area, and then get into these bushes and sneak into the door right here.
So let me see if I am catching what you're saying. You're talking about right there, or do you want me to move it somewhere else?
Yes.
Right
So we
there.
could come through these bushes, come through the fog cloud, clip these bushes if we need to, and like hit up the steps.
Okay. You can go ahead and walk up there. Make another stealth check. I will say with advantage because the fog cloud.
Two 17s for me.
Okay, a 17 for. And I will quickly roll for the professor right quick.
I also got a 17.
Okay. How I want to do this? Okay, so you think you're stealthy. Yes, you think you're stealthy as you go along.
We totally got this.
You go, and as you go up to it, stone steps climbs into a little portico with a stone balcony overhanging it at a height of 10 feet. Vines wrapped around the balcony support pillars and its crumbling stone railings. The ground floor entrance features a double door with a giant boar head cruelly carved into it. An unarmed double door stands closed on the balcony.
Okay. Is it possible to like grip the vines that are around the pillars to try and
Yeah,
climb up?
if you want to, you can make a athletics check to try to climb.
Okay. That's a 15.
15. Yeah, you're able to. You're just barely able to climb up. The vines are kind of loose, so it does make it a tough climb. But after a little while, you're up on the balcony.
Okay. Um, I take my hempen rope from my backpack and I tie it around the. I tie about like 10 feet hanging off of the balcony around like one of the pillars, and I tighten it and then I drop it down and I whisper to Mail and the professor, "The way is clear." Dang.
I kind of like grab it and I make my way up the rope, or try to at least.
All right, make a strength check. Do with advantage. You know what, Mel? It takes you a minute, and it seems like you're gonna need. You gotta try it. You gotta try it. It takes you longer, definitely, to do it. Especially you can imagine with the weight. And as you go up, the vine breaks. Oh, the rope not breaks. You got rope now. Sure, it takes you longer. It takes you definitely longer to do it, but you make it up there. And we're going to say, for brevity's sake, that Mr. the professor got up there too. So all three of y'all up there, and what's in front of y'all is a door, two doors.
You said so is the door locked at all?
Check and make up. Well, if you
Like
check
I'm
the door.
checking.
Yeah.
Checking is the door.
The door seems. Yeah. It's open. It just opens.
Can I check? I just want to check and make sure, like, check and see if there are, say, like traps or anything. Is it rigged?
Okay. Check for traps.
Is it perception,
That is
investigation
perception check. Yes, the perception check.
to 17?
Um, just to say, you're probably here. Let
Right.
me look at this right quick. Give me a second. Okay, cool. No, you don't see any traps. There's no traps around here at all.
Okay. Um, I'm gonna I'm gonna carefully open the. I'm gonna carefully like open the door slightly, or try to open the door slightly, and like peer inside and see if I see or hear anything.
Yes. You open the door and what you see is it's like this really bland hallway that is it's pretty bland and it just have a staircase, a wooden staircase, a really moldy wooden staircase.
Okay. Do I hear anything?
No.
Okay. Um, I I let Mail and the professor know I don't hear anything or see anything except mold. I hope you don't have any allergies.
Oh dear.
I don't think I have
Um, I'm gonna make my way toward Matthias.
All right, so
any.
you went there and all y'all and what happened? Y'all both all climbed up and y'all are up there now. Boom.
Mm.
And Matthias, you're also there too, so everyone put your piece over there.
And then so I'm going to I am going to just gonna minor illusion through the
Mm-hmm.
hallway. See if there's
Mhm.
if there seems to be any motion, any reaction, any shift.
You look and no, nothing seems to do anything when you walk around.
I'm gonna take. I have a bag of ball bearings. I'm gonna just like kind of like roll those down the hallway. To,
How hard do you roll?
I roll them hard enough to make a for there to be kind of like a clack as it kind of like hits the floor, but I'm not like chucking it down. Um,
Okay. So
is the stairwell? Is it is the top of the stairwell like facing us, or is it kind of like a thing you got to like loop around a banister type of deal?
it seems like the stairwell. Let me give you a second. It's like something you'll just have to climb up to get to. That's what it seems.
Okay. I'm gonna roll it to the stairwell, see if it can roll down the stairs, and see if
Oh, it's
it
going
like.
up. The stairwell's going up, so you won't
Oh,
be able to. The stairs are going up. Yeah.
oh, so we're on the balcony on the second floor,
Oh,
and
let me try to explain it more because how they say is weird.
okay, yeah,
The balcony, there may be like a basement because you're on the first floor right now.
right.
So what they call a balcony is not really a balcony. Like as you will say, like something is like on the top of the thing. That's how it's written. I don't know why it's called a balcony, but yeah, I'm looking at it. It's not. You're not like on a balcony.
Oh, I was under the impression that we were on like a different
The tip
floor,
floor.
like
Yeah.
like a second floor.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, I guess.
If I'm reading this right, give me a second. Let me make sure. Because if that case, I might have you on the wrong room, wrong place. And you know what? I'm looking at this. You would be. See, go to the balcony. Yeah, I actually have you on the wrong place. I am so sorry. Boom, boom. We're going. No, because I don't have entrance, so we wouldn't. No, because the balcony, because you will climb up. Yes, because that's portico in the balcony. Boom. So y'all actually up there.
Oh,
Cool.
got you.
Oh.
That makes
Okay,
more sense. Cause yeah,
got you.
cool.
Okay,
So that's where you're at.
um,
Yes, there we go.
okay, that makes sense. All right, so um, so sneaking in, do if we attempt to open the attempt to open the door. Do the ball bearings? Does it seem to like elicit any reaction? Do I hear anyone like walking in a direction?
Yep. Give me a second. It seems dark. You don't see. Let's see. When you open the door, I'll say this because that's what you'll see. The walls of this line-shaped hall are lined with closed doors and shuttered windows. Between them are hooks where decoration once hung. A fireplace along the wall has a head large head mounted above it. Uh Natural light enters through a hole in the roof at the end of the hall. The floor beneath the collapsed roof is it has a lot of debris around it. So that is what you actually see.
Okay. Is it
So,
a boar? Is it a boar's head above the fireplace?
It's more it looks like a type of insect. In-
so it's a bit of a fixer-upper, but it's not a deal breaker for me. I still like this place.
Yeah, I know these two brothers that do renovations. If you need a reference.
Excellent.
Home is where the shell is. I always said.
Fair. Um, the I'm gonna try and like sneak into this hall. Um, uh, yeah, I'm gonna try and sneak into this hall. Um,
All right. Did you want to, just to make sure we didn't mess up, did you want to put your guy up there first?
yeah, my illusion.
Illusion? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to send my illusion ahead of me.
Okay.
That's kind of like the
That's kind of like your go-to. So
yeah.
what happens when you sing your good old illusory is that you see, and give me a second. Yep, you see, and I got you, Mel. You're over here. Boop. You see. Do you see what I see? Do you see this little bat-like creature go and try to hit your illusion and finds no purchase? Like you seen it come from like the raptors of this place, or you don't really see where it seems from come from above.
Okay, but I can't like. But I can't like. I if
You
I
can't
look
see it
up.
through. Yeah, as you
Um,
if you look up, you definitely see something coming down and attack your thing.
um. So it's dark in here. I do have dark vision.
Mm-hmm.
So but even with that, I'm not able to see like what's up in the rafters or whatever.
Okay, with your dark vision, if you look up, so let's see, if you look up, are you in the building?
I'm not like in the. I'm not necessarily in the building, but I've opened the door and I'm like,
Okay,
I've peeked it.
peeked
I've
in. Yeah,
peeked my head in enough to be able to. I should, in my mind, I should be able to like see at least part into the hallway. I'm not
yeah,
fully in
yeah.
the building yet.
You're not fully in the building. Yeah, got you. I'll just try to make sure I see. So yeah, you
Sure.
definitely see like these winged type creatures that are just all atop, and it's like a lot of them.
Um, so I pull my head out back on the door through the door on the other side. I close the doors gently. I turn to my compatriots and I say, "Nope," and then and then I say, yes, we should not do this. Did I get like a rough count of like how many like creatures there were? Like just from what I saw.
I'll say roughly more than, let's say it's more than 5, but no more than 20.
Great.
But it's you can give us, if you make a stealth check, I would tell you how much you see. Exactly.
What's the
So that's making a stealth check to see if when you go out there.
so
you're
making
not-
yeah, got you.
So you're not making noise, so they don't get noticed by you to look at it.
That's an 8.
That is an 8. Yeah. I'm going to say that sadly, you, especially with your dark vision, you see a little movement in those raptors. And this is where we're going to take our break.
Ooh, okay. Ah,
I mean,
good, good
we can
job.
we can close the door. So
You can close the door. Yeah, you go.
like that's that. So we're free.
Winston, that was like the first time I think I've played a D&D game where someone hasn't like, well, I found the threat, but we're gonna go in anyway. I love that you're just like, nope.
Maybe not.
Nope, that's good. I'm good.
Look, in character, Matthias is like, I'm not stupid. Like I'm not gonna intentionally, you know. I'm just saying. Just saying.
I
Cool.
very much miss Aurelia and hope she's okay, but like we all know that we'd already be an initiative if she was here.
Yes, that's right.
Like, I shoot him in the face. Like, what?
I can shoot 30 at once. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's
Okay.
take
We'll
that
be
break.
back in 5 minutes,
minutes.
everyone.
Peace.
Hey guys, we are back.
Hey,
I-
we made it.
I love that damn spell song.
Spell. Inspired by Timberland, man. If you ever watch this, the stream, Timberland. Look, I heart you. We need collab. No, hit me up. I got my email. Look, check out my social. We can do this. Look, we can make it.
If
Dirty
he ever
South.
sees this, he's gonna be like, "Let me check out this full stream," and then see your awkward turtle moment at the beginning and be like, "I don't know, man."
Yes. Look, it was cool until you said something.
To be in the face. He just needs, make those beats.
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
you get a gold gift that Kender Mage redeemed but gave to Small Chris to give away, and Small Chris gave it to you.
That's
Thank you
great.
both,
And
Kender
Mr.
Mage and,
Prometheus?
Small Chris.
Mr. Prometheus, yeah, he plays Among Us with us, and thank you so much for following us. Please give inspiration to any player or the GM if you're a terrible person.
Or the GM.
So
Work.
before our break, I think we were noping right out of here.
Yeah,
That's
I
what it
was.
seems.
Yeah, I tried to like back out, close the door, but I don't know.
So with that said, let's see. They sing you. You get a quick second. What do you do? There's something flying towards you.
Oh, I immediately back out of the room and close the door.
Cool. So you close the door quickly. Something hits the door quickly, and you hear noises in the hallway right now.
Oh, I'm sure. I turned to Mail and Professor. I'm like, yeah, Butterskull Ranch.
I like butter.
I do too, and I like. And I'm like, I think it's time to go.
There. Thank you for the
Butterskull Ranch,
for
can
the
we call
gold
that
gift.
Winston's Voice Ranch?
Soul Ranch.
uh,
I
so
love how we're just renaming all these places. We've got Murder Bacon,
Murder Bacon Man's,
Boar
the Boar Forest. Yeah.
Yeah, y'all rename, making your own. That's what's important. So
I'm calling it now. This manse will be ours before this adventure is over. This manse will be ours. Like
Yep.
we are renovating it. There's going to be a study for the professor. There's going to be we're gonna put in a stream so that Male can get his fish. There'll be an archery range. It's going to be ours. It's going to be the manse of the melty barrel.
Yep.
You melt this old goat's heart.
But yeah,
this is what y'all say as y'all walking away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we're GTFO. Yeah, I tell them that whatever is not that hallway is a little bit more than we can handle right now.
Well, I'm sure we'll be back soon once we have Aurelia back.
Yes, I comment
before she comes back.
I do too. That was not a pleasant experience last time. I also say that it's probably a good thing that for this time in particular, Aurelia was not with us because that departure may not have been the easiest.
These are all fair things. So the party departures, going to Butter Ranch. You pass by. Let me see. Give me a second. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, what exactly is Coneyberry?
Coneyberry is a town, and that town is right here. Sweet. You see this before you get there. Actually, first what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you this, which is the actual quest, so you'll know what it is, and I'm going to let y'all see it. Boop. Bam. So that's the quest that y'all are currently trying to go to.
Shay, I'm not sure
Yeah.
why, but I see Neverwinter Wood, but the stream still sees the manse.
Huh. That is weird. You might have to. Cool.
All done.
Yes. So yes, this is the quest y'all in right now that I'm looking at, just for a refresher.
Ooh, 100 gold piece for this this quest.
I mean, it's not the biggest payday, but it is a payday.
By
Sorry.
the way, I'm writing on my map, and I have labeled Boar Forest, and I am about to label Woodland Manse home.
Yes. So, do anybody else need to see this, or can I take it off now?
Wait, so this is called the Tribord Trail?
This right here, that red right here,
Mhm.
got this ping? That's the Tribord Trail.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
So it's Alphonse Calazorn. Alphonse Calazorn, the ranch owner. If he's dead, return to Harbin Wester with proof of Calazorn's demise to receive the reward.
What?
Seems.
His head? Does he mean like his head?
I would prefer not to like come with the guy's head, but I don't know if he's the ex-sheriff, maybe he has like a badge or something like that. And among his belongings that we can return.
That sounds more reasonable.
Yeah, and less grisly. I think
Why?
you've been hanging out with Aurelia too much, Professor.
I don't know why my head went that, but yeah.
Wow. And so,
yeah, that's. I think I'm good on the specifics of the quest.
cool. So y'all go and y'all get to the forest. The forest is about 15 from the manse. Let's see. It took about a good 7 hours, because it's about 10 miles away from the Falcons to the Woodland Manse.
Mm.
And so I will say y'all will get to like where I pinged right there, and we'll have to take like a rest, like a long rest before you can get to Cornerberry.
Okay.
So y'all do that, and you see that it's getting dark. The night is it's a pretty calm night. You don't see any storms, no clouds in the sky. Really, it seems like a great night in the Neverwinter Woods. Would y'all like to do anything before y'all take your rest?
Professor, can you make another bonfire?
Yes, quite. Here you are. And he puts his monocle up to his eye and twiddles his fingers, and a bonfire appears.
And then he's just like, "Thank you," and he pulls out his extra rostre, and then he pulls out like a fish from his pack, and he prepares himself a meal of surf and turf.
Nice. So yeah, Mel whipping up something good. It smelled like good. I don't know what y'all kept, but y'all, if y'all wasn't hungry before, y'all hungry now.
Mm.
I mean, I'll
look at over as he has this like pan as he's like.
I watch him eat it, and tear a empty page from my spell book and start chewing on it.
Fair enough. That's how you get that knowledge. You get it within your soul by eating it through there. That's I see what you're doing.
I'm just gonna eat a ration.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. So yeah, all different types of culinary eatery that's happening right now, and y'all go take a rest, and y'all wake up, and nothing costs you. You got an ox, you got y'all, and y'all head to Cornerberry. And
Right.
when y'all get to that town, the town is like quiet, like eerily quiet. Like there's no sound. Like there. I mean, there's obviously sound, but there's nobody. There's no sounds in and coming from any places you see. The town is basically, it seems abandoned. And you see a lot of like burnt and crumbled down structures all around the whole little town of this.
See,
Well, abandoned. How is there any signal of like how long it's been abandoned, or like cobwebs and
Right. Um, there's no. We'll make a perception check. How about that?
yes, sir. I'm rolling hot today, guys.
There you go. So it seems like it is. You don't see cobwebs, but you don't see like. Let's see. You don't see cobwebs.
Overgrowth.
Not a little bit of overgrowth, but not that much of it. So it gotta be fairly. I'm gonna say totally recent, but definitely within like, you'll give it like 2 months within that, because it wouldn't be no cobwebs in 2 months. I would have to take like a year at least. So yeah.
Well, it looks like this has been abandoned for a fair few weeks at least. Interesting. I wonder what happened here.
And also, you see around one of the ruined buildings 3 horses.
Are they like tied to something? Are they like
No, they're near actually an old well that's in the town, and they're just grazing there, so they're just hanging.
I go over and try to look natural by grazing with them, and as I get closer, I go, it's all right, ponies. It's quite all right. You're safe now.
And make another perception check, Professor.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm going to use my bless on that.
Cool. Use your bless.
Or actually, I'm going to use one of my inspiration and reroll it.
Okay, inspiration.
Not
Damn!
So yeah, with that, you definitely notice on on the side of the horses, you see like lettering there. And you see the letters BAK in capital letters.
Back. They spelled it wrong.
Badass kids.
Big
Is it?
and knees.
What do you see, Professor?
On the sides of these horses is the letters BAK.
Is that on the side? Is that on the sides of all the horses?
Yep.
Yes, yes, Matthew.
Does it seem to be? Is it branded or is it? Yeah, like what's the manner in which
it seems like it's branded? Yeah.
They've been branded.
Kurt?
I think that I don't know. It's possible that these could be the property of Alphonse Calazorn. I mean, there's the AK. I don't know what the B is. Yeah, I don't know what the B is, but it's possible that these could be Calazorns if it's branded.
Interesting. I thought
that's a possible thing.
We're in Coneyberry, right?
Yep.
Butterskull is still a bit away from here.
This is true.
But I suppose he could be here somewhere.
Yeah, it just seems. I mean, that's the only. I mean, this is all just conjecture, but.
Well, let's have a look around and see if he's here.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah, so you have a look around Conberry. You definitely see like different like small houses. Literally, no, it's barren.
I want to search them for cool shit.
You search them. You see like a doll, some regular pots and pans. Not anything that will take your fancy of cool shit.
All right.
Do we notice, is there any sign of a struggle or anything kind of like hinting to what happened to these folks? Like, did they just abandon the town?
It looks just straight abandoned.
Okay.
Should we perhaps call out for Alphonse? That was his name, right?
Yeah, his name is Alphonse. I don't know that calling it, drawing attention to ourselves if some ill fate has befallen Alphonse is the wise thing to do in this particular situation.
Perhaps not, but you'd think the horses would be injured as well, and the horses seem fairly calm.
This is true. Well, how about you do that, Professor? And I pat the professor on the back, and I step away from the professor by like 10 yards.
And yeah, you scream, Alphonse! Alphonse! Alphonse!
Albert!
Albert! Actually, Pigeon comes around and looks, anyway, that's a bad joke. Yeah, nothing.
Interesting. Well, perhaps we take the horses with us as we continue to Butterskull, and perhaps if they've wandered off, are the horses tied or are they just loose?
They're just loose. They don't even have a saddle.
Yes, perhaps they've wandered away from Butterskull.
This is a possibility. Mm. Yeah, I say that we take the horses. We try to take the horses back to Butterskull Ranch.
So,
And if they are compliant.
yes, that's what actually I was going with. So you have an ox, and y'all adding 3 horses.
Mhm.
How are y'all transporting all these things?
We just tied them to the cart, and then we have extra horsepower to our
If
oxen
I remember
power.
correctly, you left the cart with the dude who's at
Yeah, we
Law.
just have the
You just have the ox. Like you just have an ox.
uh,
Well, perhaps we tie our ox here, continue to Butterskull, and then return for our ox.
Ooh, I have an idea. How much rope do we have?
I've got another 50 feet of rope on me personally.
I think I have 50 feet. How about you, Professor?
Let me check my my bag of holding. One moment, and he like reaches in down to his like armpit.
Here's what we do. We get all of our ropes and we feed them through my shell, right? And we tie all the horses to them. And then you guys sit on my belly and you guys ride me and the oxen through town.
I feel like that's a bad idea.
You can do whatever you want. Look, that's on you. This is D&D. Use your imagination.
I don't want your I've become rather fond of you, Male, and I don't want your shell torn off.
The storms will protect me.
I unfortunately have no rope.
I don't. I think that are we able to kind of like maybe fashion like a bit of some kind, kind of like with the rope and
What's
something like
50 feet of rope between two y'all? Y'all have to cut it, but you can no, you wouldn't have to cut it. You can. I just need you to make animal handling checks.
that? Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm very good with animals if you need help.
I will use one of these very thoughtfully given natural 20s given by the chat
Nice.
to get these horses in line.
Yes, likewise.
Nice. Mateus, you try to get these horses like tied up. They're just whooping and hollering. They're bucking around like that's not a horse, but they were just bucking around and they are not cooperating. But Mel comes around. I don't know. Maybe because he is a chill person. Maybe because he just has that aura of relax. They calm down and they're settled down.
What's up, hooves friends?
And yes, after a while, y'all get those 3. So you have fashioned a thing that's holding 3 horses and an ox, and y'all moving down, getting to Butter Ranch. Halfway through Butter Ranch, you spot a cow.
This is just such a farmy area. How lovely.
Is this one of your friends?
I vote you, racist.
Of course. I couldn't tell.
Matthias completely disregards that remark, and I immediately began looking for the BAK that was also on the horses.
And you sure enough see the BAK on this cow.
Mm-hmm. It's the same. I think it may be a lot of work for ourselves to should we find any more animals to try and bring them along with us. I mean,
this is surely no trouble. I'm very good with animals, and I'm gonna go approach the cow and like talk gently at it and stuff like that, and get it to trust me.
Hey girl, how you doing? I'm sorry. Yeah. So you go, and it seems like it just and it seems like it'll just going with you, and it's you don't even have to make an animal handling check.
That's right, Bessie. Good job.
No. Yeah. So now y'all have a cow in your cacophony, in your circus. Not circus.
Why
Does it have
though?
like full udders? Does it?
Yeah, it is a full-fledged cow, udders and everything.
Oh, okay. Oh, we got milk in the morning. Awesome.
Could, if you really want it.
Stardew crossover. I love it.
So y'all go, and this slows your travels down. Definitely.
Yeah, which is why I didn't want to get a cow.
But I would say around like the evening time, you get to Butterskull Ranch.
What is the condition of Butterskull Ranch when we arrive?
Yes, you will get that after I move you to it. And Butterskull Ranch occupies a large plot of land on the north side of the Tribor Trail, nestled between two hills. Beyond the ramshackle wooden fence stands cornfields, an apple orchard, gardens, and pasture lands. A path breaks off from the trail and leads to a two-story farmhouse next to a pond. West of the farmhouse are the charred remains of a barn and smithy that has been burned to the ground.
Uh-oh.
What's the condition of the farmhouse?
The farmhouse looks like it still stands. But you definitely see when you come across, and let me move y'all to over here now. Y'all on the trail, I just had to get you up there, so y'all want to move down to about like right here, where I just pinged. Let me do a shift ping so y'all see. Right down there. That's where you actually is at. All right. So this is what y'all see. Y'all see
Alright.
things. And
Well-
actually, you also see like stuff on the ground. Like far out.
Let's get the animals back into the pasture, and then we can explore a bit.
So do we circle up north and
All right. So yeah.
and take them to the pasture then?
Cool. So yeah, y'all go to the pasture, and the pasture, you don't see no animals there. You do see like scatters of animals. Like you see some pigs. You see some. Actually, you just see pigs. Never mind. You see some pigs, and that's the only thing you see here. While you was walking, you did pass by like a body. In fact, y'all passed by like 7 bodies in total as y'all was walking.
I don't think we would have just kept walking.
I was like,
that's what I'm saying.
yeah, I'm like, yeah, we're just
you
gonna
would've seen that.
casually walk past
You
these
would've
dead
passed by.
bodies.
Yeah,
Got to
you
get these
haven't seen
animals back though.
it. Right.
Hey, let's go, Bessie. Just
I
step over Steve.
figured. I just thought I would let y'all
Hold
know
that
what y'all
thought,
passing.
body.
So we're not going to go to the pasture just yet. We're going to
Mhm.
investigate the dead bodies that we walk past, that we approach.
Now they're easily recognizable. You see 5 like humans with like different types of overalls and some boots and some plain pants. Look like definitely like farm hands. And next to him you see like 2 orcs. They're down the ground as well.
Like, what kind of do they have any wounds, or was it like did they freeze to death? Like,
No, they look like they was in a battle. Both of them look like they have scars, different types of stab wounds and slashes.
I'm guessing the orcs aren't wearing overalls.
The orcs are not wearing overalls at all. Nope.
Well, according to the job that was posted, it said that the rumor was that the farm was attacked by orcs, and it's possible that our gracious host is dead. So
Yeah.
we should search for identification on anybody that's not an orc. So these are all orc bodies, you said?
There's 2 orc bodies and
orc.
5 human bodies.
Let's search the human bodies and see if any of them are Albert.
Alphonse.
Isn't that what I said?
So,
Yes, Professor. That's
What's
what she
his
said.
name?
yeah.
Only your identity and what people know you as, but certainly he's Albert. Do we have to make an investigation or anything to kind of
You
check
don't
the
need to.
Okay.
You don't really feed any anything that really identifies these bodies.
Mhm.
You just know that you see a lot of you see a couple of silver pieces in one of them, 3. But you don't see anything substantial that will identify them to be anything.
So the human bodies, they're all kind of wearing the same thing, right?
Yep.
Okay. I don't know. I just think that the owner of such a ranch will probably differentiate himself, and would likely not be in the field. I would also imagine that an ex-sheriff would probably hold his own a little bit better than say these. Not guaranteeing that he's alive, but just guaranteeing that he would probably fare a little bit better.
Well, just to make sure there's no other orcs or anything around, let's finish taking the animals to pasture and then investigate the destroyed barn and the smithy.
Right, of course.
Alright.
And then we'll make our way to the farmhouse.
So, yeah,
Or maybe
easy
he's
enough.
hiding in the outhouse.
This is possible as well.
You might be scared shitless.
Get off the stream.
Wow. So, y'all go to the pasture. It's easy enough. You can get the farm animals in there. They seem to know where it seems like they're noticed this place and they've been here before. You can go around to the barn. The barn's totally destroyed. The roof, everything there is just a massacre.
It's
not bodies of the building. It's
Okay.
just totally dead. Totally.
You said that it was burned to the ground. Is it still smoldering, or has it been kind of
I will say yes. It would have been still smoldering. Yeah.
Okay, so this seems to have been fairly recent. If it's still smoldering, and do we notice that? Are we able to perceive if there is any indication of where the attackers came from, which direction they may have come from?
Not really.
Search for footprints.
You guess you can make a survival check to see, but it's gonna be kind of hard because you have to. There's farm hands here too. Was here too, so I don't know if you could, but it's really. Let's see.
I mean, I would imagine an orc footprint is quite different from a
right.
footprint.
There's graceful farmer feet and there's clunky orc soldier feet.
This is true. So go ahead and make a survival. Nice. All right. I would say that you definitely see footprints. They're definitely footprints of orcs. They're definitely footprints of humanoids of some type. You're guessing the farm.
Mm-hmm.
Since they were pressed, you will say that they were here recently.
Mm-hmm.
But not maybe today recently, but within the week.
Okay.
Mail, you have inspiration in chat. It's from Ready Player Shown.
Thank you, Ready Player Shown. You are such an inspiring individual.
So if we go, all right. So, can we head to the smithy to investigate that?
Yeah. It's basically the same, more of the same. It's just destroyed. There's different type of smithy type tools, so you definitely see like a cauldron that's on the ground. You definitely see a broken forge.
Mm-hmm. Are there any bodies there?
No.
Okay. To the farmhouse, cautiously.
Yes, sir.
To the farmhouse, cautiously.
Watch your
Yes.
step.
I'm going to try and kind of like sneak up to the farmhouse. I don't want to.
That's fair. Make a stealth check. In fact, everybody make a stealth check.
Oh no.
Hey, as I move y'all over to.
Don't forget you have inspiration and bless.
I'm going to use that inspiration to try and roll better, and I marginally do. But I did roll better than the professor.
And I am out of inspiration. I only have some nat 20s, which I should have called first. So I'll add honestly, a bless isn't even gonna help me, so fuck it.
Fair. All right.
Yeah, I'll use that inspiration, and then I'll pick that 14.
Yep. So let's
Minus
see
13.
here. Give me one moment.
Is he quiet for anybody else, or is it just me?
Who?
Me?
Okay.
Am I quiet? I mean, I was just talking like this.
Okay to me.
Was that crying? Was that quiet? Okay.
No, I just want to be all in. Hey, do your thing.
Okay. Definitely let me know though.
Occasionally you're quiet, Shay, from the chat.
Ooh, okay.
But I think that's something Tom can fix on text send. So
I could. All right. Cool. Left my place. Oh yeah, you made stealth checks. Let me roll. You doesn't seem like anything's costing you. You definitely get to that farmhouse. That's right over here. I'll ping it for you. Boop. And you see a farmhouse with a lot of windows.
Can we try and like peer into any of the windows?
Sure. You peer into the windows and
just like
and you see this.
Trying to sneak here.
I say sneak. I feel it. And you had, what was your stealth? 13.
I rolled a 13.
Yeah. Okay, you're good. Because I already did the roll. You see that as you see a good little kitchen. But you see two orcs there, just like rummaging through like the food. Look like somebody's cooking actually. Like one person's cooking, one person is like one person in their fireplace is cooking, one person just looking through the cabinets, seeing stuff. You actually like large, well, from you see work tables and you see like hanging pots and pans, and that's about it. That's what you see. Like from your angle.
So I see these two orcs.
Yes.
It looks like. To the one that is nearest me, I'm gonna cast command and I'm gonna say attack.
Cool.
That's a wisdom saving throw.
Yes, as a wisdom saving throw.
what are you doing to him?
I'm commanding him to attack.
Oh.
Because he can't see me.
He cannot.
That's pretty aggressive.
I mean, hey, it's orcs. They slew people here, and if we can turn them against each other.
Stop hitting yourselves. Stop hitting yourselves.
I think that's a fail. Let me look at his stats. What's the DC?
DC is 14.
Yeah, it doesn't make it. So, here goes what happens. You see this one go attack this one, and let's just for fun.
Sorry, that was a 15 DC. But
Yeah,
he's still felt, but-
you're good. Yeah, it started attacking, and it makes like all this ruckus. I would definitely do something like this. I will say roll the attack on that. Give me a second. Which is miss. And then so the other orcs like pushing him away and saying, "Did anybody speak orc?"
I do not, unfortunately. Does any? And I say, does anyone speak orc?
No, Master Matthew.
So yeah, all y'all hear is and as they're talking, you see another one that's coming here. That's like trying to assess the situation.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
I'm gonna back away from the window. Did he come in through this door?
Came in through that door.
That door. Can I, like, while they're kind of doing that, can I I tell them, like, I've incited I tell them that I've incited violence as a distraction.
They definitely can hear it.
Okay. I just don't know that they like know that I did it. But I'm gonna say, let's see if we can see what's going on in some of the other rooms. And I try and I kind of like motion to them to kind of like sneak around and look through some of the other windows. Do I need to make another stealth check?
Yep.
I follow along.
Make a stealth check.
It's 11.
I kind of want to check out this.
I will say you can roll for advantage because they're distracted.
Okay.
I kind of want to check out this like
That's a
stairwell
22.
over here.
Okay, just move your character where you want to go, and I
19.
can get to it. So yes, 20. Sweet. Y'all are stealthy, and yeah, that seems like a doorway to go inside the farmhouse.
I don't want to check
Punching each
this.
other.
And you
Yeah.
see they're arguing. Mateus, what you see? You see two more orcs just kind of looking around and just wondering what's happening, but they are kind of mind their own. They're in a big like dining hall. So they were sitting in a give me a second. Oh, duh. They're sitting in a room that has tables, have two large tables. They have different they have this weirdly shaped butter that looks like a human skull. That's one thing you definitely notice. But they also have some benches and some like cattle skulls as around as decor.
So they take Butterskull Ranch literally here. Can I cast Minor Illusion into the room kind of like over here by this
Give me a
door?
second. You could give me a second. I want to check. Is command a concentration?
It is not. It is. Is it? It says
I can't remember.
It is. I don't see concentration in the.
In the destruction.
It's just a duration, and the duration is 1 round.
Okay, cool. No, you're good. That then it wouldn't have concentration if it's only 1 round. All right.
At this, I will say, okay, so since I'm a warlock, I have to cast at a 2nd level. So I basically, by doing that, I affected an additional creature. So I commanded both of those orcs to attack. I did not. I forgot about that.
If I remember the roll, yeah, was it this one? It was that one. So they both failed. So they both find each other. All right, so they both definitely No, they missed. Never mind. They both missed because I did that roll too, and that was that one. Yes. Okay. So they both those two were both attacking each other, missing horribly. That one's trying to. This one's trying to calm them down. You cast minor illusion. What illusion do you cast?
It is it's an illusion of like a giant spider.
Cool.
Right here.
You make an illusion of a giant spider. They look at it. They're walking towards it. Look like they have their weapons out, looking to maybe attack a giant spider.
And it's just gonna kind of move around in this corner. And while they're moving toward it, I'm gonna try and just like slide around the house.
Okay. So,
and I motion backwards to Mail and the professor, and I say, and then I kind of like.